Do you want to clap or shall I? Actually, I might just move this down a little bit. Because we're short.
We are. We're short.
I might do it again. Hey guys, today I'm joined by Livvy, my flatmate.
Hello.
And in case you did not know, we are on the same course at Ravensbourne. And yes, this is another Ravensbourne video because I get asked so many questions about the uni, the course, what it's like, how to apply, like so many questions. I've literally had someone ask me about it today on my way home.
Oh my god. If they want to know what it's like, we've got a deadline on Monday. I'm on the Red Bull.
If you want to know what it's like, look at my other videos. Subtle.
Shameless plug.
Yeah. Hashtag shamelessly self-promoting.
Hashtag spawn.
I mean, our batteries are going to run out. Well, we're going to carry on until it runs
it's
out.
fine.
So today we are going to be discussing second year because we have basically finished.
Yeah.
This is our last week, and like Livvy said, our final deadline is on Monday. Today's Tuesday, so we've got less than a week to complete this final.
It's actually
unit.
quite an easy deadline, but I'm procrastinating it.
Yeah, we're sharing our opinions, which the people want to know.
They do want to know.
So
let's get into it.
So we're going to start discussing what we did each term, because last year when I did my videos like this, I did it term by term each video, but this year I just have not had the time because I've been so busy. So we're going to briefly mention what we did. So back in first term, we had
creative collaboration and screenwriting. The screenwriting module was very, very good. Everybody really liked that, but creative collaboration, they've taken notes from us basically because it wasn't
good.
It wasn't that good. No. It was mainly
Definitely.
most of the lecturers that made it awful, because actually in some ways it was useful. Like, we met people from other courses to work with and that we still work with now. But the way it was delivered was just awful.
So we worked with people on post-production, music, sound design.
That was it.
And that was it.
Yeah, I think that was
so
it.
there was 4 courses doing this one module together. So the briefs we had during that term, we had to make 3 films.
One was a music video.
Which was Suadade, which is link below if you want to go check it out.
It's our
We
best
did
bit of work.
the Ireland one, which will also be in the link below if you want to have a look.
And then there was one where it was a no dialogue film, so it focused a lot on sound design, which was very interesting.
So we also did the screenwriting unit, which I don't write, I don't direct, I literally just produce. So for me, I struggled so much, but I was really happy with, like, I learned so much, and the lecturers doing that unit were amazing.
They're so
good.
lovely.
Yeah.
I write all the time. Like, writing is my thing, and I've been trying to teach myself screenwriting since I was like 14. But obviously learning from experienced people meant so much to me, and it was nice to like get actual feedback from
people who
know what they're doing. And so it was like really useful for me, so I know exactly what I need to work on it.
I think it's probably been my favourite module this year.
I think it's been everyone's favourite module, actually. Like, everyone couldn't stop singing its praises from what I remember. And like, we have a big course group chat, and everyone seems to like really like the screenwriting module, but I think that's because the lecturers cared, they knew what they were talking about. They were pretty strict with us as well.
So moving into second term, we had a directing and producing module,
which carried over onto this term as well, because what it was is like we had to pair up. So because we lived together, we paired up. One of us would direct, the other one would produce, and then this term that just went past, we swapped roles. So for term 2, I directed, Becca produced, and then I produced, and then Becca directed.
What can we say about Lagged Out?
Like, we're still kind of working on like a good edit for the film, but there's a fight scene in it, and I know my directing was not as good as it could have been for that because we were outside. It was freezing. It was cold. The AD was pushing me a little bit for time, even though we wrapped it out early. So trying to get the pacing right on that is hard, especially in the edit. But it was something new. Like, I'd never directed a fight scene before.
Yeah. Good experience.
It was a really good experience. So, like, you learn from things.
You do. You learn a lot, surprisingly enough.
Yeah.
Even though the lecturers don't teach you much, you learn a lot whilst filming.
Because there's so much as learning something in theory and then like practicing it. It's a completely separate thing. But our course is so practical anyway. You just learn and learn and learn. And learn.
Also in second term, we had to do a unit called Emerging Technologies.
We had very different experiences on this one. because we didn't work together, and we did all the work 4 days before the deadline, and our lecturer was like,
seriously,
yeah, our lecturer was aware of this. Like, he knew how much we hated the module. He knew that we were struggling to kind of come up with an idea anyway, but the one we did come up with, he really liked, and he knew that we were working pretty much to the deadline. We had to present the idea that we came up with. It was like to do with like something futuristic and cool to do with technology, and it was an interesting module, but the lecturer is reworking it for next year because of the amount of negative feedback he got. But
for me, it started off well because my group got an idea pretty much within the first week or two, so we could really work on it, but our presentation and stuff kind of let us down, and I got a very bad grade. But the whole point of the unit was to think about other ways to enhance the industry that we want to do.
Like, because obviously we were in film, we had to like learn about different pieces of like really cool technology. So one of them was something called the HoloLens. It's like a thing
that was fun.
You put on and you can like move shit around in front of you, basically. And that's what my group worked with. That we,
yay. Carry on.
Yeah, one of the people in our group, Will, he's an AD, which is also a lot of paperwork, and he was just like, I want something to make my job easier. And we were like, okay, let's roll with that then. So we did, and we did all the work in 4 days. I feel really bad because Becca actually spent and her group actually spent the entire term working on it. Like they should have done, and
we got such a bad grade. It was an interesting module, and we can leave it at that.
Yeah.
For term 3, like we already said, we had to swap roles for our directing and producing modules. So this term I directed and she produced. And you know what? I'm actually really, really happy with the outcome.
Yeah, the film is actually, I really like the film. Like, it's so good.
It's one of the things I'm most proudest of working on, and that's coming from someone who never directed anything before that film. So
I think I did a pretty good job on the location front. I'm just saying.
Yeah.
And the cost of it, because we wanted it takes place in a warehouse, and we were unaware of how expensive warehouses would be.
But it actually worked really well.
It worked really well. I would like film there again, considering one of my scripts.
And they were really nice to
they're really nice
to yeah. But yeah, again, I'll leave the link to that film if you want to go check it out. Both times that we directed our own films, we actually had written the scripts from the screenwriting
a lot
unit.
Of people, I'm surprised at the amount of people that didn't do that. Like, they didn't take their scripts from that module and then just immediately got to work on them. So a lot of people struggled for time. So if you go to Ravensbourne and you're on film, when you get to the screenwriting module, make those scripts like really good, and then you can use it for your directing module, because it will just make your life so much easier. Think about things in advance. Like, if you know what you're doing for the year, and they usually tell you what's going to happen throughout the entire year. If you plan ahead, you'll be fine.
The script that I had originally written for my screenwriting unit was a lot shorter. It was like 2 pages. So I extended it and like kind of changed the ending. So you can still work on it. It's not like it's solid. You have to use that.
We had dissertation prep this term. So we have to write a 1,000 word dissertation proposal.
Fun.
Which ideally they want us to use for 3rd year. Because I know some people change their ideas, but I'm just like, but why would you do that? If you've spent a whole term already researching something you're into, why would you then scrap that and start from scratch?
I don't know.
What's yours again? What's your question?
My question, I've had to reword it because the tutor was like, you need to reword it. So I did. It's something along the lines of musical and film adaptations of musicals and how they differ and why one might have a certain thing in it that can't be used on like the stage version. So it's like that sort of thing, because I love live theatre, if you didn't know, and I love my films. So they always tell you to write about something you're interested in, because it will help massively. Like, it just means I can go see shows in the West End for like research.
And it just means you're going to be writing 8,000 words on something you enjoy at the end of the day. So if you're still going to sit with that, like, Becca will be writing 8,000 words on something she really likes, which is exactly what I'm doing as well. I'm doing mine on films and video games, because I'm really back into video games at the moment as well. So my one, has cinema influenced the writing of video games and examination of the video game destiny?
Ooh.
Yeah, and I was having lunch with a friend on Sunday who's a big YouTube boy in the video game world, and I said to him, "Oh yeah, in an ideal world, in a really nice ideal world, I'd want to talk to these specific people," and he just went, "I think we can sort something out," and I was like, "Yes, please."
See, that's what I need, because I'm doing mine about musicals. I have, in one of the chapters, you have to do like 3 or 4 chapters. Yeah. One of mine is a case study of Les Mis. So I want to try and get in contact with Carrie Hope Fletcher. I know she's on tour, obviously, with the Addams Family at the moment. But even if I can just like email questions over, asking about what it was like on the theatre version, because I know someone who was in the film version as well.
Oh,
yeah,
yeah,
yeah. So it's all about just kind of asking people to get your information and that primary research.
Yeah, the flatmate is back. I've not done my washing up. I'm just gonna be annoyed.
You videoing?
Yeah.
My bad. I'm gonna go shut the door. That was fun.
This always I swear this always happens when you film. Like one of us will just like comment, like, or just get back home. It's just so weird.
Where were we?
Dissertation stuff about knowing people and talking to people.
Yes.
But usually the thing is, if you approach someone and say it's for academic purposes and they're quite famous, they are usually like quite willing to help you out, because you're not just doing it for the lols, basically. You're doing it because like it's a subject you're genuinely interested and passionate about. So it, like, you know, people are very forthcoming when they find out things like that.
Yeah. Oh no, let me get another battery.
Recorder's still just running.
Yeah. Hey guys, hope you're enjoying this 20-minute video.
Hey guys, welcome to Becca's podcast.
Hope you're all doing well, enjoying your summer.
It's thunderstorming here in the UK, kinda. Well,
yeah, what the hell's going on?
I know. It's because it's been so hot.
Yeah. For the third time.
Knowledge. This is what this unit has been all about. Just finding out knowledge about things you really like. It's better than contextual studies. Oh my god.
Yeah, the lecturers are really good as well. Like the woman I have is lovely, and she's so helpful. And like, if you have a question, not that many people actually turn up, but if you have a question,
welcome to DFP.
Like, she knows the answer straight away, and it's great. And she's really good. Yeah.
My one's really lovely as well. Unfortunately, I am in the position where I am doing a topic that nobody really knows much about, so there's only so much help they can give me. But I know a lot of people who play this video game, who know people at the company that makes it. So I'm actually in fairly decent hands. It's fine.
It's good, yeah. Pick a subject you like and you'll be fine. I don't want to think about third year yet. We've got 3 months until we are in our third year.
Oh, time for the existential crisis, because we're going to be adults, like proper real adults after that.
Literally have no idea what I'm going to do with my life.
Oh, God.
This took a dark turn.
It did.
Yeah, well, I hope we've given you a bit more of an insight over what second year is like. I know I'm going to get like 100 more messages in like August being like, "Oh, I've got a place. What's the course like?" And I'm like, guys, I got videos. Just have a look.
Or if you want to, if you're watching this, just come over to me and message me. Yeah. I will be more than happy to answer questions.
I get the questions, the same questions each year, and it's quite funny. But like, yeah, message one of us and we'll
Lady
help.
of the Internet is the channel. Shameless self-promo.
I'll put it in the description as well.
Ooh, yeah.
And also, I've had questions previously about the foundation course, which neither of us did.
Neither of us did, but we have friends who have done it.
Yes, and my good friend Emily, who, as you probably know, has her own YouTube channel. She has done a video about her time on the Ravensbourne foundation course, so I will link to that.
She did art, didn't she?
Yeah. So if you want to know what the foundation course is like at Ravensbourne, I shall put that in the description, and I'll link to her as well. Overall, I have enjoyed second year.
Yeah, I've enjoyed second year as well. It was way more interesting than first year,
yes.
Especially because it got into more specific things like screenwriting, directing, producing.
Even though that's stuff that I don't really want to do. I mean, producing, but like
screenwriting and directing
it's
for you.
not really what I want to do, but it's very interesting to learn about it.
I'm never producing anything ever again. Like, you really...
did well. You did well. I'm proud of you.
Thank you.
I feel like I've gained a more appreciation for the other roles in the industry. So I'm like, okay,
definitely.
I now know what you have to do. Well done.
Yes.
If you've enjoyed this video, give it a thumbs up. Subscribe to this lovely girl over here. Subscribe to me if you're new. And what else can they do? Oh, comment, comment something.
Comment something. It could be a question.
Yeah. Cool. I'll see you next week for another video. I don't know what it's going to be because I have no idea what order my videos are going up because I've made so many recently.
Oh my god.
So this could be going up next week or it could be going up in a month's time. Cool. See you soon. Bye everyone.
Bye.
Yay. We did it.
And this is the end of Becca's podcast.
Hope you enjoyed it. Come back next week for another one. Goodbye.
Bye.